What's up everyone? Welcome back to Tool Craze. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at the latest 20-volt leaf blower from Worx, the WG546 Worx Air Turbine Leaf Blower. We all know Worx from their infomercials on TV, and they specialize in electric and battery-powered outdoor power equipment. This isn't their first cordless 20-volt leaf blower, as it's actually an improved newer model versus their previous 20-volt leaf blower. It features a new design with a new turbine motor that forces the air from the back, and it pushes it directly through the blower in a straight line without any turns that can slow down wind flow. So it's very efficient. Where the previous model can push out air, this model can blast out air with an impressive 340 CFMs at 90 miles per hour on the highest speed setting. The previous model does push out air faster at 120 miles per hour, but it's not pushing out huge volumes of air like this model does. So to operate the blower, you get a 2-speed switch on top of the handle for easy thumb operation. Naturally, it's in the off position, then roll the switch forward for the first speed and roll it all the way forward for the second speed. So it's simply a 2-speed switch without a variable speed, so it's either in the fixed second speed or in the first speed, or it's off completely. Out of the box, you get the blower unit, one 2-amp-hour lithium-ion battery, the charger, the blower tube, and the tip, all for $99. The first thing you're going to want to do is to assemble everything out of the box and charge the included battery, as there isn't much of a charge out of the box. A full charge from empty will take up to 5 hours with the included battery. I noticed that the blower has a tip that goes onto the end of the blower, and it's supposed to be installed when you need a bit more power. All it does is focus air, and it concentrates it into a smaller point. I didn't feel like messing with it, so I'm just going to leave it on the entire time. So to test out its performance, I got to try it out over the weekend here at my place. Unfortunately, there weren't many leaves to test it out on, but there were a few so we could see how it performs. This footage is on the first speed, which is the low speed. On this speed setting, the blower is putting out 225 CFMs at 60 miles per hour. The low speed setting is still very useful, even though it's not full power. You're still going to get plenty of work done on this setting, as it does a decent job of pushing around leaves on hard surfaces like driveways and roads. Now let's pump it up to full speed to give you guys a taste of this blower at full power. And here you get a glimpse of what 340 CFMs and 90 miles per hour is all about. Here we can see it pushes out a lot more air with much greater force. It can now bully around leaves and push them farther from a greater distance. So now let's go over the positives, starting off with its performance. And I have to say that this thing blows. Literally, you get lots of power, and it's quite powerful for a 20-volt blower. And I'm pretty sure this has plenty to do with its new upgraded turbine motor design. So you get excellent performance for a 20-volt blower to blast around leaves on hard surfaces such as driveways, concrete walkways, sidewalks, roads, and even hard dirt. And even though it's powerful for a cordless 20-volt blower, one thing to note is that it's not very effective on wet leaves. The next positive is that it's lightweight at just under 6 pounds. This is much lighter than gas-powered equipment and is going to be much easier to carry around. And the next positive is that it's battery-powered, which means there's no need to purchase fuel and oil, there's no exhaust, there's no fumes, and there's no maintenance other than charging your batteries. So no tune-ups are required like with a gasoline engine. And these batteries are also compatible with the rest of their 20-volt max line, such as their 20-volt hedge trimmer, their string trimmer, their jaw saw, and their 20-volt power tools. And at $99 for the entire kit makes it very affordable, while still including the larger 2-amp-hour battery instead of the usual 1.5-amp-hour battery. And as for the negatives, I wasn't too crazy about its high-speed runtime, which is between 6 to 7 minutes. The first time I ran it with a fully charged battery on high speed, I ended up with 7 minutes of runtime. Naturally, I didn't believe the results, so I charged up the battery again, ran it a second time, and ended up with 6.5 minutes of runtime. So 6 to 7 minutes of runtime isn't exactly impressive, but the low runtime is due to the smaller capacity 2-amp-hour battery. And although the battery is larger in capacity than a 1.5-amp-hour battery, 20-volt batteries nowadays are packing 4, 5, and even 6-amp-hour capacities for much longer run times. So technically 6 to 7 minutes isn't bad for a small capacity battery, But in the real world, you're not going to get much done in that time frame. But on the bright side, I was able to get 18 minutes of runtime on the low speed setting. So the low speed setting is going to be the setting you use most of the time to get the most out of your blower. And the high speed setting is going to be your turbo mode for those times where you need extra power. Also, the 5-hour charge time is quite a long time to wait to recharge. And this is because of the budget charger they included to keep the cost down at the low retail price of $99. I'm sure they could have easily added a better, faster charger, but you know for sure that would bring up the price of the tool. Another thing I would have liked to have seen on this tool is a fuel gauge, either on the battery itself or on the tool, so I can check the battery status at any time. I'm a big fan of fuel gauges. Call it OCD or whatever, but a fuel gauge is a premium feature I like to see on all my battery powered tools. So there you have it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the review of the Worx 20 volt max air turbine leaf blower. If you have any comments, make sure to leave them down below in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, follow me on social media over at Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and over at the web at toolcraze.net for more tool news and tool reviews. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.